Have you ever looked at someone you love, really looked at them, and realized they don't see you anymore? That's how my story begins. My name is Cynthia. I'm 35 years old, and for the last 10 years, I've been married to a man named Howard. We have a little boy, Charlie. He's 7, smart, funny, full of questions, and for a long time we were happy. At least, I thought we were. Howard and I used to be best friends. We talked for hours about everything: work, dreams, random things. Every night after dinner, we'd drink Turkish tea together. It was our little tradition. We laughed, we teased each other, and sometimes, when the world felt heavy, we just sat in silence. But even that silence felt peaceful because it was shared. But somewhere along the way, something changed. It started so slowly, I didn't even notice at first. Maybe 3 or 4 months ago, Howard began coming home later than usual. He'd eat dinner quietly, eyes fixed on the TV, and go straight to bed. Weekends used to be family time. Picnics, movie nights, pancakes on Sunday mornings. Now he had meetings, golf, or he'd lock himself in his home office. Whenever I asked, he said, "I'm just busy, Cynthia. You know how work is." He's the boss. Yes, I understand stress. I really do. But this wasn't just tiredness. It was distance. Cold, invisible distance that crept into our home like fog. Our tea nights disappeared. Our laughter faded. Even our eye contact. Gone. And I kept wondering, when did our home stop feeling like home? Last week, I sent Charlie to my mother's house. I thought maybe if it's just the two of us, we could reconnect. Maybe he just needed space. That evening, I made dinner for us, his favorite meal. I waited. When he came home, he ate quietly, didn't even look at me, and went straight to bed. Not a word. Not a question about how I was. Nothing. The next morning was a Saturday, but he left early, said he had work. I sat in the kitchen alone, my tea going cold in front of me. And I realized my heart had gone cold too. That was the moment I decided, I can't keep pretending nothing's wrong. That night, I made a decision. If he wouldn't talk, I would. I made his favorite dinner again. I wore the red dress he once said he loved. I did my hair, put on lipstick, tried to look like his Cynthia, the woman he used to see. When he walked in, I smiled, heart pounding. He barely looked at me. We ate in silence. I could feel my throat tighten, my chest hurt. Finally, I said softly, "Howard, can we talk?" He looked surprised. "Now?" "Yes, please." We sat on the couch. I was shaking. My voice cracked. I said, "You've changed. We don't talk anymore. You don't smile at me. You don't even see me." He looked down, silent. And then I asked the hardest question I've ever asked. "Do you still love me?" He looked up, his eyes tired, empty. "Of course I do. I'm just tired, Cynthia. Work's been hard. I have too much stress." I nodded, but my heart whispered, he's lying. Still, I asked the question I feared most. Is there someone else? He looked up quickly. "No, never. There's no one else. I'm just busy. My head is full. But I love you. Please, be patient." He took my hand, and I wanted so badly to believe him. So I said, "Okay, I'll wait." But deep inside, I already knew. Something was gone. Days passed, then weeks. Nothing changed. He still came home late, still avoided conversation, still looked at me like I was furniture, not a wife. I tried to stay patient. I smiled when he walked in. I cooked, cleaned, played with Charlie, and told myself, he said he loves me. He said he'll try. One weekend, I even planned a small getaway for us, just the two of us. When I told him, he sighed and said, "Not now, Cynthia. Maybe next month." That night, I sat alone in the dark and whispered, "Why does love feel so lonely?" I opened an old photo album. Our wedding, our honeymoon, laughter, hands held, smiles that once felt like forever. Where did all that go? A few days later, I sent Charlie to my mom's again. I wanted to try one more time. When Howard came home, he went straight to his office, didn't even say hello. The door closed quietly, like a punctuation at the end of a long, sad sentence. I stood there, hand raised to knock, but then I dropped it. Instead, I walked to the kitchen, made tea, sat alone. That's when it hit me. Maybe he really doesn't see me anymore. Maybe he's already gone, even while sitting in the next room. And for the first time, I thought, is this even a marriage anymore? Or are we just two people living under the same roof? The next morning, he left early again. No kiss, no goodbye, just the sound of the front door closing. That sound hurt more than any argument. That evening, I asked him to gently, "Do you want to go for a walk?" He didn't even look up. "Not now, Cynthia. Maybe later." Something broke inside me right then. Not loudly, quietly, like glass cracking under pressure. That night, while he worked in his office, I packed a small bag for me and our son. Then I wrote him a letter. It said, "I still love you, Howard. I still hope for us. But I can't be the only one trying. I miss your heart more than your presence. You asked me to wait, and I did, with love, patience, and tears. But I can't stay invisible anymore. I'm not leaving forever. I just need to find myself again." I placed the letter on the kitchen table, kissed my son's forehead, and quietly closed the door behind me. We walked into the night, not running away from love, but walking towards healing. A week later, Howard texted me. He said he missed me. He missed Charlie. He wanted us to come home. He promised he was ready to change. I wanted to believe him, so I went back. The first few days felt calm, hopeful even. He was kinder, more present. And for a moment I thought, maybe, just maybe, we'd get another chance. Until one quiet evening, I was putting Charlie to bed when I saw Howard's phone on the table. He was in the shower. The screen lit up. A message. It said, "I miss you. Did you think about me today?" I froze. My hands started shaking. I didn't open it. I didn't need to. Because in that one short message, my entire world crumbled. He came out of the bathroom, towel around his shoulders, smiling like nothing happened. And I looked at him, the man I had built my life around, the man I loved more than anyone. And all I could think, was, how could you make me feel so small? I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry. But I didn't. Because I already knew the answer, and I wasn't ready to hear it out loud. That night, I lay beside him in bed while he slept peacefully, and I cried silently, my tears soaking into the pillow, my heart breaking into pieces too small to ever put back together. The next morning, I didn't shout. I didn't beg. I just sat at the kitchen table, staring at my cold cup of tea. He walked in, said, "Good morning," and walked out again. He didn't even notice my silence.